Okay, let's talk about a single choice. Seriously, just one decision that sounds so simple, you might think it's kind of fake. But this one choice has the power to totally change where you end up in 5 years. It's the difference between completely leveling up your life or staying exactly where you are right now.
So just take a second and really ask yourself this. The next 5 years, they're going to pass, no matter what we do. The real question is, who are you going to be when they're over?
You know, these are really the two destinations. On one path, you're looking back, just amazed at the progress you've made. And on the other, you're just kind of wondering why nothing ever changed. And what's wild is the source material for this explainer argues that the fork in the road, it happens the split second your alarm goes off. Which brings us to our first big idea. You know that snooze button? Yeah, it is not your friend. In fact, it might be the most expensive purchase you make all day, every single day. This is such a powerful way to reframe it. You think you're just buying a few more minutes of pretty terrible sleep, right? But what you're actually doing is taking out a high-interest loan against your own future. You're trading your ambition for just a tiny bit more comfort. And there's actual science to back this up. Studies show that your brain is up to 40% more focused and effective in the first 90 minutes after you wake up. I mean, 40%. That is a massive cognitive advantage.
I love this. The source material calls this your brain's cheat code. It's like a secret power-up. But what do most of us do with it? We totally waste it. We doom scroll, we check work emails, we get lost in social media. We basically throw away our peak mental state before the day has even really started.
So, what's actually happening in your brain here? Well, the fancy term for it is flow-prone neuroplasticity. All that means is that for a little while in the morning, your brain is in this incredible state of learning. It's more adaptable, it's more creative, and it's way better at locking in new habits than at any other time of day.
But, okay, let's just put that in normal person English. The source uses an analogy for this that is just brilliant. For that first hour or so after you wake up, think of your brain like wet cement. It's soft, it's impressionable, and it's ready to take whatever shape you give it.
And this perfectly illustrates the choice you have. If you pour distraction into that wet cement, social media drama, endless notifications, you're literally cementing a pattern of distraction for the rest of your day. But if you pour in growth, like planning or learning or moving with purpose, you cement a foundation of focus. Okay, so how do you actually pour in that growth instead of all the distraction? Well, the solution is this really simple 1-hour ritual that gives you unbelievable leverage for the rest of your day. And here's a super crucial point. This is not about magically becoming a morning person. It's not a personality contest. It's about strategy. And honestly, this idea of protecting your first hour of focus, it works whether you wake up at 5 a.m. or 10 a.m. It's about honoring the first hour after you wake up, not the time on the clock. All right, so let's break down the actual game plan. It's a 5-step power ritual. First, you chug water to wake up your brain. Second, you move your body. Even just 10 push-ups will do the trick. Third, write down one big goal for the day. This gives you sniper-like focus. Fourth, learn something, anything. Read 5 pages, watch one educational video. And fifth, and this is the big one, the non-negotiable, you have to protect this hour. And that brings us to this analogy, which is just perfect. How great is this? For this 1 hour, you are the Secret Service. And your focus? It's the most important thing in the world. Nothing gets through. No phone, no email, no notifications. You are on guard duty for your own mind. Now, doing this for one day is great, but that's not where the real magic happens. The real magic is the compounding effect, where this tiny, consistent action starts to create these massive, life-changing results down the road. Let's just do the math on this, and let's go slow so it really sinks in. It all starts with just one single intentional hour each day. It seems so small, right? Almost insignificant, but it is the foundation for everything that comes next. So after 1 year, that one little hour a day becomes 365 hours. 365 hours of focused, peak performance work on yourself and your goals. Just think about what you could actually do with that kind of time. And to put that into perspective, 365 hours is the same as 15 full 24-hour days. Imagine getting a 2-week head start on everybody else, every single year, dedicated only to your own growth.
That is an insane advantage. And now look what happens when you stack that over 5 years. You rack up over 1,800 hours of peak performance work. The source puts it perfectly. You've basically built a master's degree in you, all while everyone else was still hitting the snooze button.
See, every morning you do this, you're doing so much more than just building a habit. You are casting a real, tangible vote for the person you want to become. You're voting for the focused, disciplined, growing version of yourself, not just with words, but with your actual actions. So ultimately, it really just boils down to this choice every single morning. You can give your best brain, that fresh, focused, high-energy mind, to social media and distractions, and then try to work on your goals with the mental leftovers. Or you can give your absolute best to your goals first and give the leftovers to everything else. So I'll just leave you with this. The next 5 years are coming, whether we're ready or not. The only question is, what are you going to do with all the mornings between now and then? Are you going to be the one building the life you want 1 hour at a time? Or are you going to be watching someone else's success story from the sidelines? The choice starts tomorrow morning.